Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be my top 10 stocks as we head into Wednesday, June 28th. This will be a technical analysis breakdown. So if you're someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. Real quick, a couple clarifications. Number one, the price you see over here will be changing, and the candlestick you see right there will be moving around. That is because the market's still open for a small amount of time, but I like to do these videos when the market is still open because sometimes we can capture some really interesting late day price movement. And then second, I'll be using the 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here represents 30 minutes worth of time. Stock number one here, BDTX. Big mover today on great volume and held up very nicely. A lot of these, this price range stock over the past few weeks, they seem to just kind of collapse, but this one did not. Well, it acted like it wanted to collapse. I mean, look at that opening 30 minutes. Came down, behaved like it wanted to collapse, and then boom, there it went. And now has formed a good solid pattern here. And when you have good patterns, it's very valid to think that a lot of people are probably watching these patterns. So the top part of that pattern right up there at $6.80, and then the bottom part of this pattern, more so this area of support right around here. So let me change that to green to represent more of the support part of the pattern. And when a lot of people are watching the same levels and wondering the same thing, call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, call it whatever you want. It can produce some very dynamic movement. So no such thing as a guarantee in the market. My point is that, is it valid? Is it plausible to think that the price can curl back up, get up to that area of resistance, and then push up through it? Could that break in and of itself create additional buying pressure? Again, not guaranteed, but certainly a plausible thought to have. And then just to maybe make the pattern a bit easier to see. So what is this pattern that you got to think a lot of people are watching? So resistance, support, big move up, golf hole down here for you to make it a little bit more visual. This would be known as a bull pennant pattern. So if you like stocks down below $10, you like bull pennant patterns, certainly keep an eye on it. Next one, NIO. Very nice move here after things were looking a little squirrely here, but finally got some sideways action and then nice gap up. Very impressive opening 30 minutes, as you can see right there. Bit of a consolidation, so small little bull flag pattern, and then got more movement to the upside. So anyway, look at it, a very solid day here. So let's map out some key levels moving forward. Actually, I just think I noticed, is this, I can't tell, I'm trying to eyeball it, but I think that level might be playing a role here. Let's see, 935, what was the high right there? High of 933, what was this high right here? 934, okay, so there we go. So within 1 penny, you can see that level right there has been a resistance before, and now it acted as resistance a couple more times here. So let's just call it 935. So 935 going to be that near-term area of resistance that you're going to want to keep a close eye on. And then if the price can push up through there, next key level of resistance that I'd say to keep an eye on would then be up there right around the $9.55 mark. In terms of levels of support, main dynamics to watch now moving forward from more so a bigger picture point of view, you really do want to see the price stay above that purple line, because if the price can do that, then that purple line is going to start to curl back upwards and get an overall upwards trend to it, which is always a good thing to see. But like I said, in my opinion, at least, most interesting dynamic, all about that 935 mark. So let's see if the price can break above there and then potentially make a push up to that 950-ish area. Next, TIVC. So for you penny stock players out there, nice little move here. And what makes this interesting is it's shown the potential to move very quickly. Now, yeah, there has been a pretty big pullback. So for some people, the chart looks really bad. Like if you're a day trader and you bought right there and your goal was to buy and sell within 7 minutes, well then yes, from that perspective, the chart looks really nasty. But with a big movement here, as the price drops, it becomes a very valid concern. Is this some sort of pump and dump? Is this thing going to go right back to where it was? And as of now, it didn't. It did finally start to go sideways. Now, let me be very clear. Just because the price has gone sideways does not mean for sure guaranteed this pullback is over and that for sure guaranteed this thing is going to go back upwards. I'm just saying it becomes a little bit more plausible at this point in time. So on that note, key level of support to watch moving forward is just simply where the bleeding essentially stopped today, and that was right there at that 14-cent mark. So keep an eye on 14 cents from the support side of things. In terms of areas of resistance, the level here that I got to think a lot of people are probably watching going to be all about that trend line right there. So keep an eye on that. And as I've said, no guarantees, but is it plausible to think that the price comes up here and pushes through there, that you're going to have breakout players potentially buying? Well, just because it's breaking out, that is a plausible outcome. Next one, ACIU, and very nice mover here, and setting up with a very interesting formation here headed into Wednesday. So the big level here that I think a lot of people are going to be watching right there at $3.60, and if 360 can be broken, Then the next key level after that is just simply the question, where did the party stop today? And the party officially stopped up there at 385. But my point here is, before you put really too much emphasis on doing battle with that, the first key question is, well, can the price at least get above that level right there? And as I speak, you can see the price is already creeping itself back up to that area. Volume is coming in very nicely, as you can see down here. So yeah, it seems plausible that not only could 355 get tested, but potentially even that 385 mark on Wednesday. So keep an eye from the resistance side of things. If you prefer more so of pullbacks, an interesting pullback area right here at the $3 mark. So keep an eye on that. But in my opinion, especially given this last 30 minutes as we're witnessing right now, and like I said, that's why I like to do these when the market's still open. We can see that nice little push here during this final 30 minutes. Does this translate into tomorrow momentum? Wow, that's a challenge apparently. We'll have to see what happens. I'm not kidding. Tomorrow more momentum. Tomorrow momentum. That is, seriously, just pause the video and try to say that, especially try to say it out loud quickly. Maybe it's just me, but I haven't it's not. That's actually really hard. But anyways, next one here. Did I say? I can't remember. AMC. But as I speak right now, AMC last 30 minutes, good solid green candle. Volume is coming in very nicely, which always leads to the exciting question, is this the start of something even bigger? Now think about that question. In order to be able to ask that question, something worthwhile has to happen in the first place. If nothing happens, then it makes no sense to say, oh wow, is this the start of something bigger? Because, well, is the start of what bigger? But we do have a what. What is the what? Well, the price broke up through that pink line, or the purple line there, 50 period moving average, and you can see a breakout has occurred. Now, the one downside is if you like to play breakouts, well then, yeah, to be fair, you missed that breakout. But that does still translate into the new thing of, okay, well, if this breakout is the start of something bigger and the price ends up continuing to trend upwards, then you're going to be looking here and saying, well, geez, I missed the exact breakout, but that was still very early on in the move. Now, to be fair, I don't know, maybe this thing just rolls right back over. But that is a two-sided coin because, well, maybe the thing does continue to grind higher and higher. So certainly an interesting dynamic here with AMC. Let's see if this is indeed or not the start of something much bigger. Real quick, want to take a break and personally invite you to get signed up for this free live online class that I'm offering here in a couple of days. So if you've been enjoying what you've seen and you want to learn more about this tool, how it can and should be used to build consistency and manage risk, then definitely get signed up for the free live class. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link down in the description box. If you're watching at my site, there's an area right there on the webpage you can click to get signed up. So like I said, if you've been enjoying, then definitely get signed up for the free live online class. Next one, LCID, and this one, very, very impressive recovery. It was looking like a total pump and dump yesterday. The price had gapped up, acted like it wanted to be strong, and then essentially fallen right back to where it was. And then even this morning, tricky, gapped up, started to come back down, and then just like that, boom, up it went. Now, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done, but you also got to give credit where credit's due. When you factor in just how nasty yesterday was, very, very impressive recovery. So moving forward now, this green line here goes back to what I would argue is a very important level of support at 575. And I'm not saying the price is going to head back down here, but if the price were to go down here and then fall back below it, all of a sudden now at this point, you have the price having gone, well, right back to where it was. And that's not what a genuine strong move is going to do. A genuine move is going to show signs of progress. And the quote unquote sign of progress is staying up there above 575. On the flip side of things, the dynamic of resistance that you got to think a lot of people are going to be watching now, all about that pink line up there, which on my chart denotes 200 period moving average. So you can see price got somewhat close to it on Monday, but that's kind of a stretch. Didn't get totally close to it, and it's somewhat close to it right now. But the point here being is if there is another big strong move, then that level right there can very realistically come back into play, which is currently valued up there around 625. Next one here, MARA, and this will mean a bit more to those of you that watch past videos, but if you have, you hopefully remember me talking about that 1285 mark and how stubborn it was in terms of not necessarily the price being able to break above it, but stay above it. And you can see that once again happen this morning. Right here, price broke above it, and then it acted like, oh great, here we go, back down below it. But the difference here is quick recovery up above it, and now you can see that this thing has quite a bit of breathing room up above that level. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and officially call this level broken, which it's been an annoying level, but seems to be broken. So moving forward now, ideally speaking, you would want to see the price stay above 1285. I'll go ahead and get rid of that line as it served its purpose for now. And then as far as areas of resistance are concerned, nothing fancy or complicated here. Literally just that question of where did the party finally stop today? And that was right up there at $13.50. So keep an eye on that. But definitely the most important and impressive dynamic here is that 1285 mark has officially been broken. Next one, TSLA Tesla, and overall good solid move here, and it's working its way back upwards, trying to get above that pink line, which you now know is that 200 period moving average, and as I speak, is actually slightly above it. Is it enough above it for me to say that's some sort of official breakout? I don't think I'd say that. But if the price can continue to separate to the upside, then at that point, it becomes a lot more realistic to say, okay, that pink line there has officially been broken. But if the price is going to gain some more upside momentum, then it is going to be staring down that purple line there, the 50 period moving average, currently valued at, let's just call it 253.35. So keep a close eye on that if this upwards move continues to grind. But if Tesla does decide that it wants to roll back over here a little bit, the key level here that I would say matters quite a bit, right here at the 244 mark. Reason being, same exact logic. You want to see Tesla at least show some signs of progress. So if the price were to go down there and then curl back up, you would have a sign of progress because you would have a low right there. You'd have those lows right there. And if you envision those as stair steps, you'd still have stair steps making progress in the upwards direction. So those would definitely be the two key levels to watch tomorrow on Tesla. But overall, a nice little recovery today so far. Next one, CNTG, and interesting looking chart. Definitely some drama this afternoon. Acted like it wanted to break out, and then just like that, nope, just kidding, nasty mood with the downside, acted like it wanted to collapse, and all of a sudden it's basically right back inside of this range where it was. So a very tricky afternoon on this one, and if you got fooled, either with the breakout or the breakdown, I can see how you would have been fooled. That was a very, very, just ugly looking move right there, a very tricky one, but nonetheless, it is getting quite a bit of volatility. It's a popular price range down here below the $2 mark, so map out a couple key levels, and really it's both these levels, in my opinion at least, are based around the trickiness from today. So that main area of resistance right up here at that $1.29 mark, because that's just where that that apparent breakout all of a sudden just slammed on the brakes and down it went. And then on the flip side of things, same logic, just on the other side of the coin, the key level of support is down there at the $1 mark, because that's where this fake breakdown all of a sudden said, nope, it's not, and back up it went. So maybe the price just enters into some sort of bigger channel over the past couple of days. That's always a possibility. But to be fair, maybe this is actually finally going to make a move back in the upwards direction. But definitely a volatile stock. But if you like volatility as a day trader, which I'm sure you do, I'd certainly keep an eye on it. Next one, TQQQ, which is an ETF that measures the NASDAQ market. So if you believe the NASDAQ market is going to rise, this one will also rise. And big dynamic here, a little bit more to those of you that watch past videos, but if you have, hopefully remember me putting in that trend line right there. We've been tracking that. And you can see that not only has the trend line been broken, also have gotten some good breakout through there, which does lead into the question of, okay, is this finally going to be some sort of bigger turnaround? So like earlier on in the video, always a fun question to be able to ask, is this breakout the start of something bigger? It seems so, because it's not like it broke above there and then started to, kind of sputter around. It just kept going. So overall, still a lot more work that needs to be done, but there's no doubt about it. Definitely a step in the right direction, assuming you're bullish. With any sort of pullback now moving forward, a couple of key levels of support that you'd want to see the price hold. Best case scenario, what would make the chart look the best? Staying above that purple line there, 50 period moving average, valued at 38.90. And then if that one can't quite hold up, that's not the end of the world, because you still do have the pink line not that far below, the 200 period moving average, valued at 38.60. In terms of next battlegrounds from a resistance standpoint, key dynamic here now seems to be right up here around that level of 39.65. So keep an eye on that. But all in all, as you saw before I deleted that line, got the trend line break, got some momentum. So let's see if this momentum continues to carry into Wednesday. So that wraps up the top 10 list. Again, if you like what you saw here, then I want you to go get signed up for that free class. It'll be in a couple of days, Thursday, June 29th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So I hope to see you there. As far as these top 10 videos are concerned, if you enjoy these, please do two things for me. Hit the like button, leave a comment, say hi, give me a smiley face emoji. Tell me what you traded today. Tell me what you're watching tomorrow. But those two things help out the videos, help out the channel. And as long as I know you're enjoying, I'll continue to get this content created for you. So again, go get signed up for that class. Hit the like button, leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.